Well, this week marked 15 years since the BP oil spill devastated the Gulf. Thousands who cleaned up the mess got sick and sued for chronic medical conditions. They all lost except for one. Last year, WWL chief investigative reporter David Hammer traveled to Tennessee to find him. And now David reports the man who beat BP is taking on an even bigger opponent, the U.S. government.
In 2010, thousands of workers were exposed to a toxic slurry of oil and chemicals as they tried to clean up the BP oil spill, the worst environmental disaster in U.S. history. More than 4,000 of them later sued BP for causing their chronic skin and respiratory conditions. All of them failed. All except one.
David, I don't get my ass kicked.
John Maas was a Mississippi boat captain when BP hired him for the cleanup.
There's a river that runs through the bottom of it.
Then he moved to the Tennessee mountains, got his case moved from the conservative federal court in New Orleans to this one in Cookeville, Tennessee, and won a ruling that forced BP to settle his claim for $110,000.
When they got up here, they were not given any special treats. They weren't given any special preferences. They got slapped around by the law repetitively. They were dead wrong, and these courts were not going to allow it to happen.
Now, armed with that singular victory, the man who beat BP is taking new aim at an even bigger target, the U.S. government.
Does being the person who beat BP put you in a position to be able to pursue this case?
Since every single BELO case has failed, and mine's the only one to survive, I'm the only one that has the right to go after the feds in this very unique approach.
Maas's unique approach is to sue the Environmental Protection Agency and the Occupational Safety and Health Administration for failing to enforce their own rules. And like he did initially against BP, he's going it alone without a lawyer.
This was your original filing in February, right?
Yes, that was the actual one that was filed, as you can see there.
Right.
And then I'm getting a little bit better.
So now you've moved to typed complaints instead of handwritten?
Typed, cited, it's got so much more in it.
In 2021, a California judge gave Maas a big boost by ordering the EPA to update its national contingency plan for responding to an oil spill. The new plan, approved in 2023, requires personal protective equipment for cleanup workers and independent determination of which cleaning chemicals are safe.
The things that were changed in the National Contingency Plan were the exact things I'm going after the federal government for right now. Not providing PPEs, not providing accurate science, relying on BP's false post-spill data.
And Maas just got some more good luck. His case against the feds was assigned to Waverly Crenshaw, the same federal judge in Tennessee who ruled for him against BP.
I'm going to beat the feds, too. There ain't no doubt about it. Losing's not an option for me. I don't even consider losing these cases. Everybody tells me I can't win, and that just pushes me harder.
But you had thousands and thousands of other people for whom losing was not an option, and they did. And they had attorneys, high-powered attorneys representing them who gave up.
I told you once before, and I'll tell you again, I don't get my ass kicked, David, and I'm not going to this time.
Maas still hopes that an attorney will represent him, but for now he's just fine being underestimated. David Hammer, WWL, Louisiana.
Maas's lawsuit was filed in March. OSHA and the EPA have not filed their response. Meanwhile, we're looking back. The first episode of WWL Investigates with David Hammer premiered exclusively on WWL Plus with a look at the problems that led to the deadly explosion. Now, in the second of 4 episodes, David will take a deep dive into the devastating environmental impacts and economic losses blamed on the spill. That's coming up this Sunday at 7. You can only watch it on WWL Plus. Just download that app to your TV and watch for free.